she graduated with no trouble and looked for a job. When she was 20 years old, she got that job at the Long-Term Credit Bank of Japan. Her hair was no longer divided in thirds and braided. It was short and curled into a permanent wave. Her wish came true at last. Every day, her hands were filled with 10,000 yen notes. They were the bank's, not hers, of course, but she nonetheless lost herself in their count. These days, machines do the counting, but back then, it was done by women sitting at windows in banks. When she was 30 years old, having worked for 10 years, she married a man who'd quit being a doctor to pursue his dream of becoming a writer. She herself, soon enough, became the mother of 4 daughters. I should probably mention that the 4th of these daughters was me. For this is the story of my mother. Nuclear plants sprang up all over Japan. By the time my mother turned 40, 35 reactors delivered 27,881,000 kilowatts of electricity to cities across the country. Their streets glowed day and night with nuclear-powered light. When she was 51 years old, the Long-Term Credit Bank of Japan went under. Yoko's daughters, myself included, had all left home for work or marriage. Yukuchi Fukuzawa had long since replaced Prince Shotoku on the 10,000 yen note. The bank stocks she'd bought with her savings became worth no more than the paper they were printed on. When she was 63 years old, her husband died, followed by her mother the next year. We all had to buy new clothes for each funeral. The same year her mother died, an earthquake and tsunami struck Tohoku. The Fukushima Dai-ichi nuclear power plant exploded in a blast of light. White clouds rose into the sky in internet videos as invisible radioactive material rained down in real life. Her mother's death wasn't due to disaster or radiation, though. It was simply old age. She died at night on Christmas. She left behind an unfinished sweater and hat and some balls of vivid red yarn. Street lights and neon signs glowed as snow drifted down from the oddly bright Tokyo night sky. She wore a brand-new pitch-black morning dress with her hair pulled back and sunglasses on as she counted the money she owed the funeral parlor. Her hands were filled with 10,000 yen notes. Cataract surgery a few years back made even indoor light too bright, and she needed dark glasses to see. Soon after, we all went to a cafe. In the background, the Glenn Miller Orchestra played Moonlight Serenade. I later learned that the song on the original record's B-side was called Sunrise Serenade. I also learned that as the world's first nuclear bomb went off at the Trinity site in New Mexico, the radio played that very song. The bomb, called the Gadget, was 1.5 meters in diameter. The Manhattan Project's funding totaled $2 billion. The energy released by the fission of plutonium at its center generated heat reaching 66,000 degrees Celsius, 11 times that of the surface of the sun. Everything touched by its light burned. Now Yoko is 68 years old, and another of her daughters will become a mother. After 10 months and 10 days, a baby will emerge from my belly. And as it slowly opens its eyes, it will surely look into the light of the sun. A Tale of Burning Books. A quote from Fama, Sarajevo Survival Guide, 1993. Passionate love is being expressed here by a handful of wood.